Hello, I'm Lepcis and welcome to part 19 of my Mercenary challenge on Rome Total War. Now, last episode went pretty well, all things considered. We managed to get 3 settlements, Cotes off the Armenians, and 2 Scipii settlements on the islands of Sicily. As you can probably see, the major issue is public order, as demonstrated by these 5 settlements. So, at the end of last episode, I tried everything I can, moving troops, moving generals around. There's nothing we can do. But I feared if I click end turn, these 2 settlements are going to rebel. So there's only one option I have, which is to move the capital back towards this area. So I believe it is Tarsus at the moment. Yes, it is. Okay. We need to move it more in this direction. It will also help Sardis and Nicomedia and this kind of area, because the public order isn't too bad over here. In fact, it's all green. So I think we can afford to move it a little bit in that direction. So let's try first of all moving it to Halicarnassus. How about that? Let's try moving to Halicarnassus quickly. So here we go. Now let's see how that affects. Right, Ancyra's still unhappy. I swear they were less. Oh well, whatever. Ancyra's still unhappy, but it's more important. The Scipii settlements. Okay, so Carthage and Thapsus are better. Messana's better, but not Syracuse. Syracuse is still unhappy. Wow. Okay. Not ideal. And I don't think we can move anyone. Oh, we can move people from Messana to Syracuse, so we might have to do that. Let's move you over. Right, there we go. Okay. It seems like we have solved the problem for now. These 2 settlements aren't going to rebel because they're not in the red, which is good. It's the problem is, has it affect any settlements around here negatively? Frasbar, yes it has. It's on a normal tax rate, so we can lower it like that. Good. Has that even got any garrison? Yeah, it has. Okay, so that's fine. Let's just go. Okay, and Syra was unhappy, but Palma. Oh, okay. This is the problem. This is the problem. You move the capital, and then this happens, which is that over here there's problems now. So we just sort of moved the problem from one area to another. Now they shouldn't rebel within one turn. That would be very harsh to the game if it did. I don't even think that's possible. We need to start building some temples around here for sure, making the people a bit happier. But that won't do in the short term because it takes a couple of turns for the temples to build. And these guys, yeah, we just need to build some temples. Oh, blimey. Alright. And they're all, wait, we'll lower the tax rate. I mean, I don't want to lower the tax rate too much because we have a lot of money to spend. Or we need a lot of money to spend because we're going to be bribing a lot of people. But we just might have to lower the tax rate a little bit until they're happier. Sidon is going to, Sidon or whatever it's called. Antioch and probably Tarsus yet aren't happy, but can't really do anything. They won't rebel within one turn, so I'm going to just leave them for the minute. But yet, slightly concerning. We'll have to work out something there, but I don't want to worry about that this turn. And Syracuse have a tax reduction. That's fine. All right. Now, as far as I can remember, that is all we can do. The situation with Armenia is that this settlement, Arta or whatever, I don't know how to say his name. This settlement, the Armenian capital we'll call it, has little in it, but what it is good. 2 cataphact archers and some heavy spearmen with some weapons and armour. So it's not actually going to be easy, and we haven't got a lot of troops in the Middle East. We've sacrificed a lot taking out the Parthians and the Seleucids particularly as well. So this is all we've got here. Very depleted units. You are just a spy. You're not even a... I swear there is someone here. There we go, yeah. Random Eastern mercenary, which is useless, pretty much. This guy has some summations, a little bit of a force here, but this combined isn't quite enough yet, so we need to wait until the mercenary pool regenerates. When it does, we can hopefully take that Armenian settlement out, or bribe it, or something anyway. Other than that, I think that's all we can do, so let's end the turn and see what happens, particularly over here, because I want to build up an army again to go on and start looking at the Brutii and stuff. So if we could do that, that would be really great. So yeah, let's see what happens. Right, you're moving over towards Cotes. That's fine by me. Brutii and Scipii haven't responded. They can't really respond at the moment. Parthia just always talks to Fraspa. They want a ceasefire. Wait. This is brilliant. They're offering a ceasefire, which is very kind of them, but they want us to give back 3 settlements and 66,000 denarii. You're not in a position to be negotiating like that. Absolutely not. I mean, I'm not even discussing that. That is just absolutely outrageous. I don't know what the game thinks I am. Okay, Armenians have attacked Fraspa. That's not a disaster. We can probably sort that out. It didn't look like a big force. And I think finally the Numidians have attacked Lepcis Magna. They have indeed. Relatively even, it reckons. I think we have the advantage, personally. These guys are decent. They're like better versions of Eastern infantry, but they are better. Yeah, defense 14, good morale. Those two are solid. These are pretty useless. They've got a bit of experience, but they're not that great either way, and they're not going to get through hoplites, for example, although we haven't got a lot of heavy infantry ourselves. Numidian cavalry is good on the open field, not so good in the city siege, so these guys won't be as effective. These two will be decent. What we've got is a couple of solid troops, and then also a bit of trash as well, like the peasants were only there just to garrison the city, and now they have to fight. And for example, 4 hoplites is pretty much useless. So we'll see what we can do. I think we've got a relatively good chance. We have more men. We have the better troops, so it should be alright, but I am slightly concerned. A good thing though is the Scipii army, wherever that is. I think I've gone on a ship, so if we could sink that ship that would be brilliant. But anyway, we'll work out that later. First of all, let's try and defend Lepcis Magna. Right, so here we are. Unfortunately, there are not proper walls. It is literally just the same old wooden walls, but it should be fine. 4 rams. We've had sieges against us like this very similarly before, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm just going to put you all on the plaza for a second. They won't stay there, but I actually just want to sort out my stuff first and just have a sort of clean slate to work on. So 4 rams, 4 ways they can get in. I'm trying to work out what is actually on each ram, but I can't. They look like the javelin men. You look like the desert infantry. So these 2 rams are the most dangerous ones, essentially. So we need hoplites on them. Hoplites should be better than desert infantry, I would imagine, but the desert infantry have better morale. Either way, we'll have you by the gate because you're our best unit by far, or the best heavy infantry unit anyway. So you can guard this gate. Now, other than that, we pretty much have no heavy infantry. You know, we just don't. In which, oh my god, we literally don't. Okay, we have Thracian mercenaries and hoplites, but they're not going to do a lot against 63 desert infantry. We've got 18 javelin men, 36 javelin men. Right, I reckon 27 Thracians and hoplites can probably do a decent job against 36 javelin men. So we'll have you guys here backing up this section like that. Obviously on defensive, and the same goes for the hoplites. They're automatically on defensive, that's good. But yeah, other than that, no infantry whatsoever. In which case, we have 3 units of peasants. Could they deal with a single unit of desert infantry? Possibly, possibly not. I don't even know. Could 300 peasants beat 63 desert infantry? I don't know. But they could probably beat 80 Numidian javelin men, I would say. In which case, we'll have you here. Oh, blimey. Completely disorganised. You just about here, and you just about there. And all 3 of you can just swarm those javelin men. Now, this is the unit I'm concerned about. So we're going to have all our best sort of missile units against them. So as soon as they come through, you know what, I'm going to have 1 unit of peasants over here. 1 unit of peasants. These 2 peasants can just stay here. Like so. I need 1 unit of peasants just to pin them down, just to slow them down so they can be hit by the missile troops, which are the peltas. So the peltas go here. Another unit of peltas goes here. Like so. Now the Cretans are good. Cretans are great units. So Cretans can go here. Make sure they're protected by the hoplites because Cretans are very nice indeed. Balearic slingers are good as well. So we'll have the slingers over here-ish. Like so. What else is there left? Is that it? Is there anything still on the plaza? There is. Oh, a unit of Rhodian slingers, yeah. And that is it at this point. Alright, the Rhodian slingers can deal with the desert infantry as well because, yeah, they're going to be the most dangerous unit. So like that. This is probably our best chance. So everyone needs to be on defensive and off skirmish mode for the missile troops. So like so, all on defensive. I didn't select everyone. All on defensive. Like so, and then the missile troops need to be off skirmish mode automatically. Can't be having that, they need to stand their ground. Right, that seems good enough. They can be at fire at will for the moment. That shouldn't be a problem. Let's start the battle and see how this goes. I mean, it does reckon it is in our favour, so I think it'll be more even than that suggests, but we'll see how this goes. Some of the missile troops, for example, the Cretans are firing already. In fact, Cretans, go off fire at will. I want you to fire at specific targets. Fire at the Des Infantry. Because they are the dangerous unit. No, don't go out the gates. What? You could reach them from there. No, don't open the gate for them. That's making it easier than it needs to be. Can someone tell me why the gate is open? Hoplites, go back for a second. Okay, not the best start. The gate is open for some reason. You're meant to be firing on the desert. You know what? You just fire at will at this point. I don't even know. Right, gates closed. Good. Hoplites get back there rather than just inviting them in. How many losses they've got so far? 1%. Brilliant. Okay. Right, let's speed this up slightly until they actually break the walls down. Okay, hoplites need to move a little bit forward though. Okay, gate is opened. How many of them we got down? It's 2%. Not a great start. It's alright though, the majority of the troops that can't actually fire at the moment. Hoplites are taking some friendly fire hits. Right, stop that. Cretans, stop that. Just fire at... How can you not reach Des infantry from there? Probably because of the wall. What can you reach? Not a lot at the moment. Alright. Stay there. Stay there. I just don't want you firing on your own troops. That's a bad idea. In fact, no. Just stay where you are. I'm changing my mind again. Stay here. When they get through the gate, which will be in a second, probably, then you can fire on those troops. But don't fire on your own hoplites. That's just plain stupid. The walls don't seem to be going down very quickly over here. In fact, they've pretty much stopped. Oh no, they haven't. It's just taking a while for some reason. That's fine. Right. Something's happened. Heroic death. Oh, our captain's just died randomly. A Thracian mercenary. Oh, wow. Okay. Fine. Let's pause it. Did he die because the wall went down? Because that's really stupid of me if he did. I think he did. Right. That wasn't my finest moment. Okay. Well, you guys need to get on those hoplites. Peasants, you need to get on those people. Don't worry about them. So, yeah. Not the greatest start. Right, peasants, you hit them. You guys come around the other side. They should break relatively quickly. So already a Numidian unit is broken, which is good. Let's pause it again. Okay, you're going to break against Des infantry, but if these guys can get a few hits on them, it should be okay. Cretans, I mean, I want you to fire on these desert infantry, but last time you killed your own men, so instead, fire on these javelin men over here. You are slingers. You can probably just fire on them. And yeah, this is going... Okay, one unit of peasants is routed though. Okay, little bit of a rout over here, which isn't ideal. But the peasants are useless. I didn't really expect a lot more. Those guys are routed. Good. Right, all get on those javelin men. All on those javelin men now. You can skirmish for a second. You're allowed to skirmish just for a second, but around these javelin men. Yeah, unfortunately those peasants broke, but that happens sometimes. In fact, it happens a lot. But it's alright. Peasants aren't the main unit. We need to get these javelin men down. Okay, not sure what you're doing. I know you're meant to be skirmishing, but that's a very poor job. You guys need to hurry up and get in the back of them. This is where I'm slightly concerned at the moment. Right, pause. We've done really well over here, which is great, because it means we can now just focus on these guys. So don't chase after them. That's good. They haven't. Right, okay. Let's carry on quickly. That unit's routed, which is good. But these two units are still around. They're backing off, I think. I don't know what they're doing. This unit Desert Infantry is still around, so the hoplites need to stay here. Those two units are routing, which is fine by me. They're going to struggle to get out because we are at the gates. I mean, we are literally defending the gates. I think we've pretty much got this now. We've pretty much got this. I think this force already has besieged this place earlier and we defeated them, so not really surprised we've done it again, to be honest. Yeah, we've done a good job. They're routing. It's now only the cavalry which is here. The cavalry aren't going to do well against hoplites. They might run off, in fact, in which case I'm going to leave them to run off this time, because last time I chased them off, they all recovered and actually got me back, so we took more losses than we needed to. So we'll just wait for all of them to rout. This is the last unit. They're not going to survive against hoplites. Yeah, they keep routing, recovering, running into spears, and then doing the same. It's very weird, but they're more than welcome to do that if they want. But they're going to absolutely suffer. In fact, they haven't really. They've done an alright job. Oh, what the... How are missile cavalry doing such a good job? Alright, everyone on the missile cavalry. It's pretty simple at this point. Speed up a little bit. The missile cavalry did surprisingly well against hoplites, but whatever. And that should be that, yeah. They're running off. We did take some losses. We took a fifth of our army down. Difference is they can retrain the troops. We can't retrain the troops. So, you know, although it was a very confident victory, as you can see there, gradually the force of Lepcis Magna is getting weaker and weaker. If the Scipii attack us, we're done for. That is, you know, the settlement is gone. But I think the Scipii have got onto a boat, so it shouldn't be too bad for the moment. Either way, Numidians are gone, which is good. And a suitable husband, yeah, that's fine. Not sure where he is, but we'll work that out in a second. So they've routed. We've got lots of money. City expands. This is Petra over here. So you can get councillors' chambers, which is nice. You do that. Another city expands. Mazacar. So you can get a councillors' chambers, which is nice as well. Town expands. Kidonia. Kidonia's a great settlement. Governor's Villa you can get. Great. Town grows and Syra. And Syra is happy now, which is good. And they can get a Governor's Palace. Faction announcements. Let's work out what this new guy is. So, first of all, we've got Pamu, who is in Halicarnassus. Good. I like a general round there, so that's fine. Who else? I swear somebody joined the family, but I don't know where he is. Okay, we can't see that. Construction report. Yeah, recruitment. Diplomacy. Thrace and Macedon are at war, which is fine. Yeah, all that's pretty much fine. Nothing's related to me. And then this guy, Berenike, is at Messana, which is great. He's replaced one of the generals who's died there, effectively. Alright, that's pretty good. Now, first of all, I'd like to work out where that big Scipii army got onto. Because if it got onto one of these ships, then I'd like to sink it. Look at this. Admiral Manius, we are going to come after you because we kind of need to... Yeah, we kind of need to get that ship down. So Lepcis Magna, I know you need to retrain stuff. Right, first of all, let's just calm down for a second. Do that, and that. There we go. You need to recruit a Byrene quickly, and then we need all our ships to start coming down here and taking on Admiral Manius. In fact, we don't have a lot of ships now. Where have all our navies gone? Ah, here we go. Here's one of them. We have Admiral Aulus, which is only 18 ships, but 18 decent ships. You just get right behind him. So we now have two small fleets over here. That seems to be all in terms of the navy we've got. Literally. I mean, we don't have anything else. Wow, I thought our navy was a lot stronger than that, but apparently not. And we need to take the ship down. There's no discussion, really, because we can, then that's a whole army dead, which would just be brilliant. It crippled the Scipii even more. So we need to start recruiting some ships. That's kind of obvious at this point. So Byrene, we can't recruit a trireme yet. And a trireme here. Stop recruiting peasants as well. It's a waste of money. Okay, that's good. Now, this is an Egyptian navy, but we kind of need it here because we need to start transporting troops to the mainland. Now I have no idea.
Your humble servant.
You're a diplomat. I have no idea what the situation is over here. We kind of need a spy. We don't have one around here, which is a shame. As far as I can tell, we don't know. So, alright. Well, a diplomat can do a sort of a job of spying. So get on that ship quickly. And then drop you off there. Okay, let's walk over to here and see what's at Croton. So Croton is an old general. He's 51, okay, so he could be around for quite a few more years. 2 Praetorians and some legionary cavalry. That's not going to be easy to take down. Let's just wander over here slightly. I want to see the other settlement, but his vision's not good enough, unfortunately. Okay, you're a good navy. You need to get down with these lads to take on Manius. These three is the army, or the navy rather, that's going to take on this guy, Admiral Manius. And, yeah, hopefully destroy that army. So we need to start consolidating in Sicily so we can launch an attack on the Italian mainland. So what have we exactly got that could go to Croton and take it, hopefully? No mercenaries here. You, as you've only got 16 bodyguard, can probably stay in Sicily. You're not going to. You're going to go to Croton. We have you, Archimedes. Yes, absolute classic. He's 52 now. So you can join Archimedes, the mean. Now, Messana, what troops would be useful to come over? You can come over to the mainland. I mean, that's a relatively useful unit. The rest aren't, just because they're so depleted. Syracuse, what could you spare? Numidians are good. Yeah, that's about it. Slingers, yeah. Oh, slingers? I must have accidentally recruited some slingers. That's not allowed. Disband that unit. Okay, these three could probably come on campaign. Join Archmenes the Mean. Syracuse is unhappy, but we'll sort that out in a second. Yeah, these are all pretty useless, but the Libyans can come along. Lily Byam, what can you spare? Pretty much nothing. Alright. Right, indeed. Oh, okay. Oh, you're a navy as well. Right, we need to... Yeah, this navy could come over as well, because I really want to take out Admiral Manius. So you do that. You come over. I really want to get Admiral Manius. Okay. Right, we need to make Syracuse happy again. Again. So, don't worry about the walls, not a concern. Get the palace and the trader back. And we need to... There's no... Okay, there's nothing there. Okay, we'll just get the walls. Why not? You're recruiting a ton of peasants. That won't help. Will this help? There we go. Problem solved for the moment. And I want to stop some of the recruitment of these peasants because it's a waste of money, as I said earlier. There we go. The same for Syracuse. Oh, I've been recruiting slingers rather than peasants, which is not what I meant to do. I clicked the... Why can't we recruit peasants here? I clicked on slingers because it was the first one I saw, but actually we can't recruit peasants in Syracuse. No idea why. Because I swear all settlements can recruit peasants. Fine. We'll recruit some slingers just for public order, and then we'll get rid of them as soon as they join. It's a weird tactic, but I won't actually use the slingers because that's against the rules, obviously. Yep, that's all fine. Okay. So this is all we've got, pretty much. This is the army we've got. But it can still probably make its way over to the Italian mainland, because there might be some mercenaries available. And there's none currently in Sicily. Are there any mercenaries? There are, so that's good. And in fact, 2 Samnites and a hoplite is very useful indeed. So now we've got a decent force. And they can probably start heading for Croton. Even if we can't quite take it out yet, we can start heading towards Croton, so that's good. Probably all we can do there for the moment. Carthage. A couple of decent units in Carthage. And some mercenaries, so we'll get those Libyans. And we actually need to get a ship in Carthage so we can send them over to the Italian mainland. Which is what we're doing. Good. Thapsus has this guy. He's relatively useful. In fact, he's got some decent force. So, again, start bringing these guys over as well. Because they're no longer needed, really, in North Africa. Which is good. So that's all fine. Excellent stuff. Okay. And then retrain these peasants. Because that's the only thing we can retrain. Good. That's pretty much the situation over in Sicily. A lot of navy. But, you know, whatever. That's fine. Okay. Next up. There's a few public order issues, but we'll sort that out as it goes over, you know, over time. I don't have to worry about that too much in the moment. I want to sort out this settlement. It still has its 2 cataphracts and its spearmen. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes indeed. Okay, the Armenians have put it under siege. We have Captain Kudmurbug. I've no idea what that name is. And we have this big army. Now, admittedly, it is a lot of Eastern infantry, but still kind of want to get rid of it. So, if we could bribe this guy, I would like to, personally. But we might not be able to. Yes, 88,000. It's worth it just so our settlement doesn't get taken. But it is annoying. Now, I keep thinking you're my diplomat. You're not. You're a Scythian diplomat. Now, then we might have to bribe this army as well. Because Fraspa's got some decent stuff in it, but nothing amazing. So we might just have to bribe this army as well. There's a lot of money being spent, but we haven't got a lot of choice. 20,000, we're going to have to. We have no choice. We need to keep Fraspa, because I can't afford to be just losing settlements in the Middle East. Especially to the Armenians, of all people. Another unit there, which is good, though. And I want to start marching towards Zata, or whatever it's called, now, pretty much. So, you can come over. Oops, yep, there we go. You can come over. Fraspa's not going to be particularly happy about it, but they're going to have to deal with it. You can come over as well. That's a okay force, okay at best. These guys can stay at Fraspa because they're pretty much useless, and you start heading in this direction towards the Armenian settlement. Now, Kotes has a little bit of force as well. Neko is over here, so he can basically start heading towards this region as well. And then, yeah, if we can take the settlement, it's a big asset to us. Now, Spies. I want to have a bit of a view of the Scythians and the Armenians. Scythians, of course, are our allies, but we don't even know what settlements they have currently. Tanais is still theirs at least, which is good. Random Brutii diplomats travelled a long distance. Okay, you start heading over here because I want to have an eye on the Armenians. Fine. Okay, I think that's pretty much all we can do. Maybe not. Maybe not quite yet, because we've got you over here. And you've got some mercenaries, I suspected you would. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. 5 units. Love it. Now we've got a little bit of an army. Probably most useful if they either started heading towards the Italian mainland or they started heading up towards Armenia. I would probably say the latter, because we seem to have a relatively decent force over in Italy, and it's going to grow because there's a lot of mercenary pull round here. But yeah, not sure. Or we could just ship them over, but by the time they get over it, you know, it could be too late again. But then it's going to take ages for them to get over to Armenia, so I'm not really sure. I would say probably best if we just got them on a ship and got them going. In which case, we need to recruit some ships over here. So a bireme and a trireme. And then, yeah, you can start travelling over, which will be nice. That's good. Okay. That's all fine. And these settlements are all pretty much fine. We have you, who is decent. You know, you can start heading towards Armenia. What is you? Well, I don't know who you are. I want to kind of get around you, but I can't because you're blocking the way. But you start heading towards Armenia. All right, that's all pretty decent, I would say. Need to make sure the tax rate is relatively high because we are not running out of money, but we're spending it at an extraordinarily large rate, which is kind of an issue. Get a ship right in over there. But I think that is all we can do this turn, as far as I'm aware. There's no generals here, so we can't be recruiting anything. In fact, this is like peasant central, absolute peasant masses. But it's what we had to, it's what we had to do. There's no choice. And Sidon is the only settlement that's unhappy still. They're just, oh no, it's not. No, it isn't. Antioch and Tarsus are unhappy. We need to sort that out quickly. Peasants, please just be happy from peasants. Nope, that didn't even help at all. It's one turn until you get your temple, which might solve it, might not. Let's have a look at Tarsus quickly. Can you be happy with peasants? No. Right. And again, you've destroyed your sewers, which wasn't a great idea, and your temple. So we'll get those two back. And of course, your other temple. But if these two settlements go, it's going to be called real trouble. So Mazakar, can you spare any troops, please? You can probably come down. Just check if that's alright. Yes, it is alright. You head towards Tarsus, but you can't get there in time, which is typical again. And there's no mercenaries. Great, great. I might risk it and just wait one turn. I'll have to see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to assume that these settlements stay alright for one more turn and we don't lose them to rebels. And then it might just solve it by itself if in one more turn, because we're going to build the temples and stuff. So I'm going to advance a turn, see what happens. I would like one of these settlements to recruit a spy though, however. Masana, you recruit a spy. Okay, let's end the turn. See if we lose those settlements, which is the most important thing. I don't think we will. Random Brutii armies attacked us. Captain Decimus. Oh, 2 Praetorians and the Legionaries. I wonder if that's a lot from Croton. Oh, that's interesting. That's fascinating. Okay. Well, it's relatively even because the Praetorians are way better than anything we've got. And so are the Legionary Cavalry. But we have way, way, way more men. Like, solid 3 times, pretty much. And if we do defeat this army, Croton's ours, pretty much. Unless they can recruit something, which they could, theoretically. We've kind of got to win this. This is a must-win fight. Alright, we've got to win this. I think we can. Balance power's relatively even, maybe slightly in our favour. We've got way more troops, they've got the better troops. Let's do this, because if we've got this is the battle for Croton, essentially. So, yeah, let's fight this. Okay, so here we are. Oh, nice hill that we're on. Okay. So, we can play on the defensive, of course. But yeah, like this hill that we're on, it's pretty nice. And up here is the highest gradient we've got to our advantage. So, we should probably just sort of park ourselves up here, for want of a better phrase. So we'll have the generals at the back. Sort of work out what I want here. Generals at the back. in a long, or as long line like this as possible. We've got a lot of skirmishers, and the frontline infantry is decent, Sam Knights and Hoplites. I don't want to throw these guys away, because I like them. So if I can get them as little involved as possible, that would be really good. Now, Numidians are going to be quite important, but they're not going to have strong enough javelins to take down a lot of Praetorians. And we have a ton of skirmishers. Oops, like so. We have a ton of skirmishers, which can just go... In fact, they can go in front of the line, like this, and then retreat behind it, if necessary. So we'll put these guys like here, and then yeah, these guys can retreat behind the line if necessary. They shouldn't have to, they should just skirmish around. We'll see. This is everyone. Let's start the battle. They're going to be on skirmish mode, fire at will, same for the Numidians. You're going to stay where you are. Oh, not all of you, just you lot. You're just going to stay where you are. Let's start the battle. So they're going to take absolute ages to get over here. So stick in that formation, but sort of face them a bit, like so. In fact, there's an even steeper gradient here. Wow, okay. We can get a really steep gradient on them, which is great. Like that. That's great. Alright, run over. And yeah, this is going to take a while, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, here we are on the hill. The great thing is they're going to be really tired. Like, really tired. Which is nice as well. Now, the Praetorians are the greatest threat, so we should probably start getting our missile troops to start targeting the Praetorians. Just target one single unit first. I want the cavalry to start moving over here onto the flanks. And these guys can just stay where they are. They're not going to be used that much, probably. Yeah, all you guys just skirmish around, try and get as many hits on them as possible. And then you can retreat once you're done. Don't get too close to them because they have their own missiles, of course, the Peeler. All those missiles did absolutely nothing to them. Wow. This is the problem with Praetorians. Like, none of them have gone down so far. Oh no, 1% have, apparently. Okay, cavalry is now annoyed, and they're going to start chasing us off. We need to get our own cavalry probably on the move. I don't know, really. Right, let's get these three units starting to move towards the legionary cavalry. You need to get around here nice and quick. You need to get over here nice and quick. Yeah, okay. Like so. Like that. Told you to run. Okay, Sam Knights are admittedly about to sacrifice themselves, I think. Unfortunately, we can't do a lot about that. Legionary cavalry is strong. Let's get our general in there. Archimedes, he's old, he can deal with it. You need to be quick and get into the rear. That's it, into the rear of the cavalry. Yeah, they're broken. Brilliant. Okay, let's pause for a second. Peltas suffered a bit there. They sort of got sandwiched in between everyone, but cavalry is down, which is good. Praetorians, a couple of them are down. These guys aren't down, but they're not going to be able to chase away a general. So you, first of all, you guys just focus on getting all the cavalry down. Because, okay, they got back to the city, about 5 of them probably. 10, 7. Okay, 7, right. We have these Praetorians. Right, first of all, yeah, you can just continue to skirmish. Right, come on, you 3, just continue to skirmish like that. Hoplites and 2 Sam Knights, you've done your job. Well, Hoplites didn't, but you just stand there and do nothing, basically. Yeah, all the missile units need to focus on this. Over here, these generals, this general, rather, can just run away from the Praetorians. Okay, somebody's down. The Brutii captain is down, Captain Decimus, which is good. Lower the morale of the Brutii troops. I've paused it. They're throwing Peelers, which isn't good. Run away from it, please. And run over there, in fact. Now, what else is going on? I wanted to see what's going on with the other Praetorians. For example, these ones. Steady, they're winded though. I mean, yeah, obviously all of you guys focus on... Okay, some of them have run out of missiles. So not you, don't focus. Ignore that order. In fact, you can just sort of run over here. You're no longer needed. But as for you lot, you still have some missiles, some of you, I believe. Yeah, so fire on the Praetorian cohort. You're the general, and you're another general. They want to charge up the hill. They're shaken, admittedly. A charge from 2 generals might rout them. Shaken, broken. Yes, brilliant. Okay, they're broken. You guys stop firing now. You've got no missiles left, so you're useless. You've got some missiles left, so fire on them. What have you got? You've got some missiles left, so fire on them. What else? Then it's literally just the cavalry and these guys. So, I mean, they're not even broken or anything. They're just marching. They're not even shaken or anything. They're just marching. But if they want to march up a hill, they're more than welcome to. So you start baiting them up the hill. Speed up a little bit. Here we go. Missile troops will try and get a few hits on them, but probably do barely anything. There's only a few missiles they have left. They're steady, but they're very tight. They're shaken, in fact. Right. Cavalry charge by you 3 might take them down, because we want to get them down before, of course, they enter the city. They're running down the hill, so we have the uphill advantage. They're shaken. They're very tired. 70 Praetorian cohort won't be easy to take down, but 3 cavalry generals should be enough to take them down strongly. Obviously, I don't want to sacrifice any generals, though. You sound your horn, because if you sound the horn, the general falls to the back, like so. And then all of you guys, nice hit into the rear. Yep, they're broken. Continue the battle. We need to get all of them down. Can't let any survive. How many of them we killed? 93%. Brilliant. This has been such a good battle. Absolutely solid. Continue, and that should be it. Yep. Only 24 kills for the Brutii, and 211 for us. So very, very solid start indeed against the Brutii, and it means that Croton is essentially ours. There's nothing really there. Okay, couple of naval sieges, but it's fine. Armenians attack Kotes, which is not something I actually thought was going to happen, but we'll sort that out, hopefully. There's literally nothing in Kotes, though, so we need to be careful. Captain Philippos has attacked Nekho and the Sarmatians. Philippos is decent, so I want to back off if I can. They've attacked us again, haven't they? Yep. Right. Okay. They've attacked us again. Spearmen. Spearmen and cataphract archers. Okay. This might be our last battle of today, but yeah, we need to go and fight the Armenians now, so let's do this. Right, here we are. A general and some Sarmatians. I feel like they're going to get sacrificed, to be honest, but we'll do what we can. Not really anywhere we can just get on the high ground, so we'll just start the battle. In fact, you can go up here at least. Now, the Sarmatians are going to be annoying. They're in a phalanx. Honestly, if we could just charge the cataphract archers, it's probably all we can do. Just get a really good charge on them. Okay, they're routed. I overestimate them, rather. Enemy general fallen, which is great. Captain Philippos. Now, okay, that's good. Now we need to surround these spearmen, and that's the only way we can get them down. Well, actually, no. First of all, let's chase as many of these cataphract archers off, of course. Okay, they're all gone, which is good. Now, we need to split these 2 up. Get one round the front to get the general. Get the Sarmatians round the front, because they're. I don't care if they. Well, I do care, but they're less. They have less value to me. So one round the back, one round the front, and we just have to try and sandwich them between 2 cavalry charges, and that's all we can do really. They might turn around a little bit because. All right, here we go. Stop. Okay. You charge in first with your horn. You don't charge. They'll lift their spears up to... That's it. Now you get in. They've lifted their spears up. They're gone. Okay, that actually went really well. I did not think it'd go that well. Oh, I thought I'd continued the battle. Oh, well, whatever. That went pretty easy. I've overestimated cataphract archers, it seems, which is good because there's 2 in the Armenian capital. But, yeah, I seem to have overestimated them. But yeah, there is an Armenian force outside of Kotes, which is a slight issue, but hopefully we can sort that out next episode. Now, the good news is we didn't lose any of the settlements, which we were worried about. In fact, Antioch's fine now. It's just Tarsus, and they're no longer rebelling, which is good. End of turn report. Death stalks the land. Where? in Alexandria. We've had a lot of problem with plague in that region. Town grows, Nicomedia, that's in Turkey. So Governor's Palace and lower the tax rate there. Fine. Yeah, lovely. Faction announcements. Neferet Alexander. Oh, this is random diplomat died. Other than that, nothing hugely interesting. Construction, recruitment, and diplomacy. Yep, same as usual, pretty much. Alright, first of all, I want to have a look at Croton, which has 1 unit in, I can see. 2 units in. Okay, that's slightly unfair. I thought there was going to be less than that. Let's walk over and have a look. What units are they? We can't even see. What? How can we not see? Okay, well, it's whatever it is, shouldn't be able to stand up to what we've got. So we'll get 2 rams. That should be enough. 2 rams. Can we still not even see what's inside Croton? Here we go. Oh yes, Cassius Brutus and some legionaries, which they've just recruited. Fine. That should be okay. Okay, that's fine. Diplomat, I want you to get round to the other settlement, which I think is Termon. I'm not even sure, to be honest. Tarentum, relatively close. Big army there. Big army. That will take a long time before we can get that down for sure. But okay, let's have a wander over to the Scipii. I want to see what's in that settlement. Capua. A decent force there as well. Okay. Now, the final thing I want to do for this episode is get Captain Manius down. Or Admiral Manius. Because look at that navy. Right. If we could surround him, then he might not be able to escape. I think he probably can either way. Look at that. Right. Clear battle. Oh, clear win, rather. Aulus. Where's Manius? Maybe Manius died. Oh, no, there he is. Oh, for goodness sake. We can't reach him. He's gone too far. Right. In which case, get over there. Get over there. We'll try and get him next turn. You can't do anything. What's this force? 1 ship. Okay, you... Right, you 2. Attack. Really? Really? Okay then. Fine. We'll take out Captain or Admiral, whatever his face is, next turn, hopefully. You... Oh, you could attack Manius with your 40 ships. Let's give that a go. It's relatively even. Please say we win. Close defeat? Ah, oh, no way. No way. They've got 13 ships. Wow, okay, they did really well there. Fine. You can't come over because you can't reach. Fair enough. Just noticed Numidians coming towards Carthage. I think we know their intentions. So we can't really move many troops out of Carthage, which is a shame. But there we go. Still, really need to get Manius down. That would be a huge victory in my opinion. Although it is mainly a pre-Marian army, still, it's a full stack pre-Marian army. It can still do some damage. So, that's going to be pretty much it for this episode. Next time, Croton will hopefully, well, it will be ours. We have a big enough army for it to be ours. You can recruit, so you start doing that. And you can send them over to in the mainland in a second. So yeah, anyway, Croton is there. We have this Armenian army which attacked Kotais, and it's a strong Armenian army. And we haven't got a strong garrison inside, so we need a diplomat over here quickly. And we haven't got one. Oh no, we do. Okay, I don't want to be bribing any more Armenians because we haven't got enough money, but we can't. We cannot bribe them. Okay, the bribe is not an option. Probably because he's a faction leader or something. Well, Kotais, I worry for. I worry for Kotais. That is not enough to take this, to hold this city against Armenians of that strength. Recruit some peasants, that's all we can recruit there. But that is concerning. That is concerning, and I don't think there's anything we can do about it, really. So Kotais might fall, which is a shame, but that happens. It happens indeed. We will recover from it, that's for sure. Either way, you start heading towards this settlement. There's only 1 cataphract archer and 1 heavy spearman there now, so you might as well just put it under siege. And it might distract these guys. That's the only hope we've got, really. So, yeah, you put... Artists, I don't know how to say that place. It's a really difficult name to say. Yeah, you put it under siege, and we'll build a ram to do that. In fact, no, ram's not going to be enough. Build 2 siege towers. It's going to take 2 turns, really. Right. You know what? Just go with the flow. We need you kind of like over here-ish. Okay, so this is pretty much it now. The spy, I want you to have a look at this Armenian settlement, Campus Alani. Shame it's an Armenian settlement, not a Scythian settlement, but whatever. And you start heading over in this direction. Okay. that seems to be it for this episode. So as I said, Croton will hopefully be ours. We might have to defend Kotes next time, but Artesata, or however in the hell you say that, hopefully can be ours as well. And that'll be pretty much it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around.